is Brendan Morrow, and today I'll be giving a persuasive speech on the effects of universal basic income. Universal basic income, or UBI for short, is not a new idea. In fact, it was championed by Thomas Paine at the founding of our country, called the Citizens' Dividend, and even Martin Luther King Jr. in the 60s, who fought for a guaranteed minimum income. UBI is a program in which everyone in a society receives an either monthly or annually income from the government, no strings attached. I believe that UBI is the only path forward when we reference the effects of AI and automation on our job market. First, let's talk about the jobs that are at risk most from automation and technology. Trucking is the #1 job in 29 states, and the average trucker is a 49-year-old male with no college degree who makes $50,000 a year. There are 3.5 million truckers, as well as 5 million workers who work along truck stops, diners, and hotels. If trucking is automated away, which right now current projections have trucking at 99% complete total AI, that means a totally destitute economy for trucking and people who work along truck stops. I believe that UBI will be the perfect supplement while truckers learn new ways to earn their income and can transition from an economy that they've known their whole life to a new economy based on technology. Right now, we see data that shows 0 to 15% success rate for government retraining programs, and only 8% of our working population is in the STEM field. So if we expect 92% of current workers to transition to technology, that is completely unfair, and we must provide a safety net for them while they transition. Also, we talk about AI in the effects of factory workers and manufacturing. From 2000 to 2010, 88% of jobs lost in factories was due to automation. In retail, we know that Amazon is closing 30% of stores and malls in the next 4 years and paying 0 in taxes, but they're not the only ones. The average retail worker is a 39-year-old woman who makes between $9 and $11 an hour with a high school diploma. Next, let's talk about how we pay for universal basic income. There are a couple ways to approach this task, but personally, I favor a value-added tax, or a VAT tax, at 10%, half the European level. This would generate $932 billion annually, and the rest could be covered by removing a tax on Social Security and implementing a carbon tax at $40 per metric square ton. Next, let's talk about the positive effects of universal basic income on society. We can see that universal basic income will not only encourage entrepreneurial adventures among young people, but also increase moving from state to state and having a family. Stress and depression will go down, and we can see that IQ is lowered by 13 points, 1 standard deviation, when someone is struggling to pay their bills. Universal basic income would also reward stay-at-home moms and dads who are at home while their other partner is making the money. We know that stay-at-home parents make up one of the largest and hardest jobs that we see in the current economy, but our GDP values their work at $0. This would reward not only stay-at-home parents, but also caretakers and caregivers. Next, let's talk about the economic benefits. A UBI would create 2 million new jobs, as people would be more inclined to spend money on car repairs, eating out, and signing their children up for sports and extracurricular activities in their community. There would be $800 billion new revenue from economic growth, and GDP would grow by 10%. All of these points are great evidence in which an alternate timeline we give every citizen their share of social progress. I believe that universal basic income will be necessary as we transition from our current workforce to a technology and electronic age.